They are. They're coming to watch the show.
Just come to watch the live show.
They're all in the. G'day, guys. We're recording. It is. It's Jane.
Just keep it down. Keep it down. We're going to record.
Yeah.
Keep it down.
Yeah. I feel like we're on ESPN. You know, they're all in the background.
Yeah.
So there you go. Shh. We're all right. We're okay. No, you get fucked. Anyway, hey, what's going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to a historical moment. It is episode 2 of the Sporting Flogs, back by popular demand. I tell you, the inboxes were flooding. They're saying we need more Sporting Flogs. I think the word was refreshing. Refreshing was probably the best one. I am a commentator flog. I'm your host, Jake Warden, of course, and my co-host, just a superb cricketer, and even better at the banter game. I'm talking about Hector. I'm talking about Jade. Herrick Jade. Mate, I thought the first episode was quite good.
I thought we did quite well, mate, to be honest. We ripped into plenty of people. We saw on X and things like that there was plenty of controversy back towards us as well, but I think we hit the nail on the head, mate, and that's what we're here to do, aren't we?
That's right, and yeah, poor Aussie copped the flogging, and we'll go into an Ashes review in a moment, but geez, it was lovely to see him just do fuck all in the fifth test. Not gonna lie.
Mate, I got really excited, mate. He at one point when he's walking off, he knelt down and kissed the ground or something. I thought the sniper had got him. I thought I thought the flat beamer had got his testicle, as I predicted. And I'm like, that's good. He's gone down, gone down in a heap. But no, he's kissing the ground.
Wow, the way Daniel Gorringe was bowling, he probably could have got him.
Yeah, he was good bowling sideways and cartwheeling.
Right. Oh, we should have got the video up. You could rate his technique and give him his advice. We might do that later on in the show. See if I can find the video.
It's the only delivery I've ever seen that would get a negative rating. Jesus.
And who are you wearing today?
Cavs, mate. Got the Cavs going here. Been a Cavs supporter for a long time, so it's great to get LeBron back, who you hate and win one, but on the back is the greatest Australian ever to play the game. He lived here for 3.5 minutes of his life, Kyrie Irving, so that was great.
Yeah, I think he had a layover here and we went, right, you're from Melbourne.
I think, his old man was playing basketball here, and I think, just before they got on the plane, he fell out at the airport and he was here for a total of 3 minutes, but we'll claim him. Definitely.
That's right. It's good to see you're a huge Brad Doherty and Mark Price fan as well. Man. I'm sure you have those basketball cards in your collection.
I do.
Like growing up, I reckon everyone had 419 Mark Price cards.
It was amazing. There was one card that there was hardly any of, and it was really rare. But everyone had 64 million of every other card of his. He was like the most popular card ever made. I don't know what happened there, but you couldn't not have duplicates of every card of his.
Oh, yeah. Him, Oldham Polanese, and Xavier McDaniel were just ones you got in every pack, guaranteed. You're trying to have swaps and things like that. But,
they do all these Pokemon unboxings and you just know out of the 10 cards that come out, there's going to be those 3 every single time, regardless. I guarantee if I opened a Pokemon pack today, there'd be a Mark Price card in
it. I'm picturing it. How good would that be? The rarest of Pokemon.
Then you just pull out this pricey card.
Oh, Mark Price, that's hilarious, and he evolves into like Matthew Dellavedova or something. That's I can picture you as well.
It actually made me cry.
Your big stupid smile, going, "Oh, yeah, okay, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, we got it. We got the pricey."
Everyone thinks you're pulling out the $1 million Charizard card, but you pull out a Mark Price.
Next week, I'm crying. Next week,
I'm the same.
Can you Jake Paul it and have a Mark Price card? Go in your garage, there'll be one on the floor. That's for sure. Oh, wow. Well, I'm wearing my mighty Brentford shirt, probably one of the rare ones that that's still fit as Father Time gets the better of you. Go the mighty bees, the mighty Brentford. Geez, what a year we're having.
Bees are going well, buddy. Going well. Tiago keeps slotting them in.
Mate, I've been a bee supporter since 2003. So I went to England, went and lived in a pub, as you do. You live in a pub, and I was about 40 minutes from London, and my two brothers who are already living in England came to visit me dodgy pub, and they were like, "Oh my God, you live around the corner from Brentford's home ground." And I was like, "What's a Brentford?" And then they took me to a game, saw us draw against QPR. We're in League One back then. And then I was like, this is my team. This is my team. Watched us get relegated to League Two. Watched us have Terry Butcher as our manager. And we became the team to lose the most in playoff deciders. So lots and lots of heartbreak. And now...
Was your pub one of the pubs that they all used to join up at the start of the game? You know, the big circle around the grounds, they all join up.
No.
No.
I was shattered. My pub was a Chelsea pub. A lot of Chelsea support, even though they weren't near the ground, but you could only support Chelsea at my pub, and I learned the hard way. Geez, that was scary one night at the pub. But yeah, so 20-odd years. Now, what was that, 23 years? Been a mighty Brentford supporter. And now, when I play FIFA, I don't have to play 4 seasons to get them in the Premier League. I'll turn it on, and we're there.
You don't start with a budget of £11. You can actually buy a player.
Yeah, I thought the PlayStation was broken because it was like, select your team. Brentford. Are you sure? Yes. You're kidding, aren't you? No. Do you want to select Brentford? Yeah. You know this is League. I'm like, I just want to play as Brentford. But now...
Well, mate, I've been supporting 1 year more than you. I'm a Liverpool fan. And I was just saying before, it's quite funny that like we're 4th on the ladder and we sack the coach, sack everyone, burn the joint down, and we're coming 4th. And mine was typical Jade. When I first went to England, I think it was a year before you were at Brentford there, and the president of our club was I think he had second row about the penalty box for Everton. And they despised, offsiders were Liverpool. So every time he took me to the game, I'm going, fuck Liverpool, fuck you blokes, the big derbies and things like that. So I was just like, mate, anti-support, I wanted to be the only person in the crowd wearing a red jersey, and that's how I sort of come across Liverpool. Lucky for me, mate, I don't have a story of going to League 15 and having to work my way back up like you do with Brentford.
Yeah, and you got to go back home and watch them on TV, where I just have to read results and hope for the best and try and find some illegal channels and things like that for years.
Doesn't sound like something you would have done, mate.
No, not at all. But I used to support Everton because, like, you know what it's like growing up. Everyone goes for all the popular teams, and you want to be different. So I picked a mid-level team, and then ironically, Tim Cahill started playing for him. But my heart wasn't really with the Toffees. So then when Brentford came about, I thought, here we go. I'm all in. I'm all on this one. But speaking of England, mate, the Ashes, it's all done. It's all done and dusted. And England were garbage, like proper crap. They were terrible. Let's dive into a bit of a review.
Yeah, mate. Well, look, everyone called us the worst Australian team in however many years to play in the Ashes. And to be fair, some of our batters aren't far off. Like I'll put my hand up. Some of our batting is really bad at the moment. But we went out there and pulled their pants down, which sort of goes to show exactly where they're at. And it's funny because I really like a couple of their players. I really like it a lot, and not the sort of two that you're probably thinking, Joe Root. But I've been arguing with all the Poms who are saying that Bryden Cast is no good. When he took 22 wickets, right? Not an opening bowler. His county bowls in first change, doesn't open because he's not an opening bowler. Yet he opened in every game for England in the Ashes.
Took 2 4-fers.
Yeah, but with a brand new ball, he took 4 wickets at 82 average. With an old ball, he took 18 wickets at 14. Now, you don't have to be a rocket fucking scientist, Stokes and McCallum, to bowl the bloke in the right fucking spot. Like, just, if he had a bowled first change, he would have been, vying for fucking, player of the series with fucking Mitch Stark. But no, we'll just keep opening him. Like, fuck me, mate. What is wrong with these blokes?
Yeah, he took the most wickets for England in the Ashes and was just absolutely copying it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just cop grief. Like, people weren't picking him in their teams. Shit, he won't be playing in the next series. I'm like, mate, he's your best player. What do you mean? just got to use him correctly. Jesus.
Yeah, he's your first bowler. And one thing that bothered me in the last test, like, Ben Stokes, just calm down a bit, mate. You're not hard. Cool, you got tattoos. We've all got tattoos, mate. And when he was chirping at Marnus, and then Marnus had said something, and he turned back as if he was going to fight him. You're not going to, mate. You probably couldn't even box eggs. You're down 3-1 and getting beat in the 5th test. I get it. You got to be a captain in that. But just have a look in your backyard when you think you can fill the SCG full of uppercuts. Just calm down, idiot.
Mate, he's gotten one brawl on camera in England. He thinks he's a fucking boxer. Like, seriously, mate, that happened 3 times a night when I went to England. Jesus Christ. But and the worst part about that moment you're talking about, like when he hugs Marnus, he's like trying to squeeze the back of his neck.
Yeah.
Like, mate, fuck off, mate. I would have hit him with the bat. Like, fuck off, dickhead. You think you're hard. Chew a fucking piece of wood, dickhead. Like, fuck off. Yeah, I don't, mate. But for me, like, I never really showed too much. I wouldn't have done something fucking dumb like that. I just would have turned in, ran in and bowled a fucking fast fucking bumper. If he had hooked it, I would have been even angrier, and then I would have bowled the beamer. That's where the beamer come out. Oh, yeah, you can hear that one. This one, dickhead. But, and look, that's their problem, mate. This whole thing, they're playing this baseball, there's no accountability. So they can go out and do whatever the hell they want, knowing that as long as they're taking the game on, the coach doesn't complain. He doesn't give a shit. And you can just see in their whole demeanour, their fielding's atrocious. They don't attack the ball. They don't even have a real crack. The only guy having a real crack is Crawley, who's opening the batting, played 64 tests, averaging 30. Like, mate, I'm calling for Uzi to be sacked and retire at average of 42 because I hate the bloke. And old Crawley over there is playing nearly the same amount of tests, averaging. He's made 600 runs. He's played 64 tests.
Yeah, you're averaging 2 parts of fuck all. It was just, they, what, did they treat it like, because you've done it, and we all do it in a sporting sense. Social media, I think, in 2 parts of this test, is playing a huge thing. Everyone's saying, worst team since 2010. Piers Morgan, 5-0 England, and blah, blah, blah. So when the boys come out and you just see few of them on the piss, Duckett's on the piss, do you think social media has played a part and they've just gone, wow, we've got this one in the bag. Let's just enjoy ourselves and treat it as a holiday?
I think a little bit. As an ex-player, you can't. Like coming over here, we've still got Travis Head, Steve Smith. Our bowling's still elite. Yes, we're aging, but geez, we can bowl. Even our backups, as we saw, Boland's elite. Nessa's very good, which people finally got to see. Like, he's always been a really, really good sort of bowler with really good skills. But yeah, I think they believe it, mate. All the ex-players, 4-0, 5-0, this is shit. And, coming out here for, 6 to 8 weeks for a summer Christmas holiday in Australia, I think they took it the wrong way. I'm not too fussed about getting out on the piss, in a sense. I think you would have pegged at least 2 or 3 nights where you would have had no training, travel day, no training. You would have gone, all right, Saturday the 5th, we're ripping in, because you have to, mate. You still have to let your hair down. And that's what I was sort of saying on X. They're getting absolutely pummeled. If you get a chance, I'm smacking some beers as well. You want to drink. Yeah, you want to drown your sorrows, mate. You're 3-0 down, there's no lube, and you're copping it from behind. Like, you got to somehow get through the night.
And I love how social media has played a part for Australia. Like, there's made a couple of my mates actually mega famous. But like Stark's first over, I think, when the Ashes was coming, with everyone, I've done it on all my social media. You play that time, Stark comes in, first ball, bang, takes the stumps out and everything like that. And it's become a thing now. So when Mitchell Stark's coming in to open the bowling, I reckon that it's added pressure on the batters. They cannot wait till Stark's first over's done so they can finally get in the game. Because I think he took 2 or 3 wickets in the first over of his spell.
Yeah, I think part of it as well. So, like, the ECB have pretty much given McCullum the reins and do what you want. And he's a pretty hard-ass sort of guy, no-nonsense type guy. It's just get in, get it done. And that's what he's doing with his coaching, mate. He flies in, coaches, and then he goes home to New Zealand. He doesn't even hang around, watch county cricket, get involved, do anything. When he's not, if he doesn't have time, if he's not sort of set a time to be there, he just gets the fuck out of the joint. And that's all good, well and good, but not everyone's like that. And I think that showed this series, so they just rolled up and played. They didn't play. Normally they play, I think, 2 or 3 practice games. Victoria normally play them in a lead-up game, which is when I played them back in the day, which they didn't have this year. So they play the 5 games plus another 4 normally. I think they play about 9 games total while they're here, and they didn't really play fucking anything else. So you can't get ready. You would have known, if local footy, no matter what it is, your first pracky game, you're fucking useless. It doesn't matter how much you've trained. The first quarter goes well, and then you blow out. Because you're still 3 or 4 weeks away, and you need some gut busters to get you up to the speed. And that's the same for bowling. Potts was a great example in the last test. He's bowling 123 Ks most of the time, but he's a 135 K bowler. But he's been out here for 8 weeks and hasn't played a game of cricket. So, like, you bowl in the nets and you do this, but it's not the same, mate. It's not the same when you bowl, 35 overs already for the week, and you've got to come up for your second or third spell in the second innings. You're running on empty. So, I think they did listen to social media, and that, all these flogs like Piers Morgan, who's got no idea what he's talking about when it comes to cricket. 5-0, and they've already got the champagne out.
But someone like Piers Morgan, let him go. Let him say 5-0. He's backing his country in, so I don't mind that. But it was just very odd. I was expecting a very competitive test series. I did find it odd as well. So it's like, there's no Prime Minister's 11 and playing a state side, and after the Perth test, they get beaten 2 days. 2 days. And change nothing.
Don't even ring around to have a hit out of some sort. No, it just didn't make nearly every single thing they did made no sense. And I think with the social media stuff and that, once they did go 3-0, I know things changed, but like our mindset didn't change in Australia. Starkey kept running in. We didn't rest him. Come and sat down because he'd been injured going into it, obviously. But we still played our team, and still we wanted to win, because you're playing for the World Championship points, which you need, which I think we've already sewed up. I think we're already guaranteed to be in the final now, regardless of what happens going forward. But they started to turn up a bit. I think Bethel looked great. These sorts of guys. And I think he looked vastly different from his first game in game 4 to game 5, like what I was saying before, because he actually had a hit out. Get him in the game, have a hit out, and all of a sudden he looked fantastic. So, they're fucking flogs, and, good on England. And just going back quickly, mate, Piers Morgan barracks for Arsenal, so they can get fucked as well.
I hate you because you like a different team than me. Yeah,
that's how it works, mate. Everyone hates me because of this and that. And I had some guy ripping into me this morning because all Australians are cheats. So people are ripping into me because because I got caught cheating, didn't I?
Yeah. I can see the sandpaper behind you now.
Yeah,
Pat Cummins.
This shirt's actually sandpaper.
Yeah, it's a colour. Yeah, Pat Cummins, the Australian captain. Selfish?
Yeah, I've never been a giant fan. I didn't think having him captain was the right call, but similar to where England are now, if they were to make a call on Stokes, like, who the hell do you give it to? And I think we were in a similar boat because of Sandpaper Gate, at that point. But I've never been a giant fan, and I don't think he speaks to the media like he goes in a bat for his players. I don't think he really does.
Yeah. I'm thinking more your back's cooked and your team are up 2-0 and you're looking to secure the Ashes. Not sure he should have played. He was all right in the third test. I think he took a 3 for in one innings.
Yeah.
But I just thought you're in or you're out. I think you knew your back was probably half done, but you wanted to be there when you lift the urn and things like that. I thought it was a bit of a selfish move.
Yeah, I think we proved in the first test that we didn't need him to be competitive. I'm not saying we didn't need him to win the Ashes because he is a world-class player. Take nothing away from him there. But, yeah, we sort of proved, when you've got someone like Scotty Boland and that doesn't play when you're full strength, when he's literally over the last 3 years one of the best bowlers in the world statistically, just sort of sums it up. And having guys like Nessa and things like that around the traps I think is fantastic. But they played dogged in the first game. I think that was more a political move than an actual bowling move. Like Nessa should have played there. He was coming off a few things. Yeah, I don't know if I should say it, but I think a few people, including Cricket Australia, were pretty happy to have that we've got two Aboriginals playing in the one game. He showed in the game he's not up to international cricket, and he never really looked like it, even though he's been going okay at first class cricket. We did have another 5 or 6 guys well in front of him, in my opinion. So that was a bit of a dubious call. I don't think we'll see the dog man too much more moving forward. But yeah, I just think it was pretty selfish to play. I think if he really wanted to get his back right, he could have waited till, say, game 4 and played the last 2 and played fully fit for the last 2, but he wanted to be there for the big event. So, yeah, it's not ideal because having played in a lot of games, like if you go in, we did it in the one game there, you take 4 quicks, and if one of your quicks breaks down, it's fucking catastrophic for the other 3. I did it. I've had it happen to me, and there was a game in Queensland. I dove for a ball, and about the second over, my knee got caught in the ground. I tore my hip flexor, and we only took four bowlers into the game, and so I missed all 4 days basically. So blokes are bowling 70 overs for the week, can't even fucking walk to get on the plane. So it really does hamstring your team. So if he went out there and hurts his back in the first over on the first day, mate, what do you do? So it is pretty selfish from that standpoint.
I thought so as well. But the revelation, the one thing that we all absolutely loved was Travis Head. Trav Ball. It was unbelievable. And the story behind how he opened the batting was just fantastic. Did you hear any of it?
I didn't hear that story, nah. No, I obviously know what happened because of Uzi, but
yeah, it was just typical. It was typical Trav. They're all sitting there. If this is how the story goes, they're all looking around and going, right, who should open the batting? And he just grabs his bat and goes, "Oh, I'll open." Proper Trav out, and then goes out and just absolutely smacks them all over the park.
He's that sort of guy, though, mate. He's a ripper. I commented a couple of times that Darren Lehman had said a few things on X, and I said, mate, he's as good a bloke as he is player. He's just a ripping bloke. And that doesn't surprise me. That story would be true because that sounds exactly like something he'd do. And did you also see golf? Did you see golf the day after the Ashes?
He can do it all.
He drained that putt from off the green through his club, and he's just thinking, just give it to me, lads. He's just, he's a ripper, mate. And look, I'll put my hand up. I said he's our one good in-form batter at the moment. Smith's been a little bit hit or miss, and I said, please don't move him out of that middle order. After he obviously opened and made runs, I said, just leave him in the middle. And, I have to eat my words on that one because he was brilliant. But it also comes back to a little thing, mate, that when we're talking about pitches and stuff like we did in the last one, like with Melbourne, you look at the pitches and how much they've done. The SCG did heaps. Absolute heaps. It did more than Melbourne, the SCG pitch, and they made hundreds of runs, and he made hundreds of runs. But it just shows that a guy with poor front foot technique and things that he does with a great eye, he just took him down.
Oh, and well deserving of man of the match as well. He's just a ripper. He just seems like I would like if I'm walking into that Australian change room, I'd be like, Travi, move over, mate. This beer's on me. And
do you want to know another stat about him that I saw yesterday? He is currently leading comfortably for the most man of the matches per game. At every fifth test match, he gets a man of the match. He's in front of Murali, Warney, everyone. by
Wow.
by about a game and a half. Actually, he's miles ahead, and even some of the greats were at sort of 10, 12, 14, 15. He's at every fifth game. So yeah, no,
Wow.
he's a killer.
Oh, he's unbelievable. Oh, look, to be fair, Warney had to deal with Matthew Hayden, Glenn McGrath. So if you won a man of the match back then, you earned it. But yeah, Travis Head's been fantastic. I mean, he knocked out 600 plus runs, 620 something, and just can't. Yeah, I just loved his. Even in his press conferences, was just don't care, don't overcomplicate it. Stop trying to ask questions where you trap me and things like that. He was just honest, couple of words. Brilliant.
And Mitchell Starc had an amazing tournament. He wasn't the man of the series, in my opinion. Mitch Starc got man of the series. He was fantastic, like absolutely fantastic, statistically brilliant. He struck rate, like everything about this series was phenomenal from Mitchell Starc. But our bowling unit's great. Take away Smithy getting those runs at the SCG. If Travis Head doesn't make those runs, we lose the series.
Yeah,
we had no other batters. No one else made runs. Kerry chipped in for a few good hits. One of them, he was about 3 for 100, I think, when he went out about 8 times, but still got runs. Didn't get given out. But we won't talk about that. But then, yeah. So for me, I just think that when you're looking at the player of the series, you've got to pick the player that you couldn't win without. And for us, it's Travis Head. You know, if we had another opening batter in there and no Travis Head, we struggle to make 200 in every game.
Absolutely. It was. Yeah, it was. I cannot speak highly enough of how good he was. So then, what I'll do is I'll go through everyone that played for Australia in this one, and you just got to give me one word.
Yep.
One word association for everyone that played, and then we'll roll on to the next topic. So we'll go with Steve Smith, Smudge.
Autistic. It's the first thing that popped in my head.
I was not expecting that. Oh, wow. Oh. And that is it for word association. Oh, okay. I won't be able to look at it the same. All righty. We'll try and roll on. Travis Head.
Legend.
Yeah. Usman Khawaja.
Flog.
Yeah. Marnus Labuschagne.
Shit.
Jake Weatherald.
Terrible.
He was, wasn't he? He was. Just, yeah, felt bad. Cam Green.
Overhyped.
Oh, hyphenated word, cheating. Michael Nisa.
Workmanlike.
Let's play word association. What do you think of Bo Webster? Oh, I think he's all right. Let's make that he came to the side, did his job.
Bo Webster, Pelican. The bloke's a big pelican.
He did well in his one game. Alex Carey.
Cheap.
Josh English.
Oh, that's it. I can't say anymore. Deplorable.
Pat Cummins.
We'll go before selfish.
Yeah. Scott Boland.
Goat.
Yeah, he's a star. Brendan Doggett.
Shit. we'll stay correct and no good.
Nathan Lyon.
Old.
Mitch Starc.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, good. I think I got through them all.
We saw. I had a couple of good good days with Smithy. I got him out about 3 times, so we'll just throw that in there. But I've had a couple of good days with him where a day he got washed out at the SCG, so he sat in the tab there having a punt and stuff. He's a funny bloke. He's different, but we saw him on full display batting, mate. He's not that he's autistic and not having to go up, but he's fidgety. He's just like he's so random with his actions. Like they bowl that bouncer, he's calling wide before it even went over his head. Like he's just yeah. It's
rolling
just
on his back and
he's just funny.
Oh wow! Oh well, that's the the Ashes review. What a review that was! That was brilliant. Hey, I was having a look. Moving over, we've got the Australian Open coming soon for the tennis, and of course Nick Kyrgios pulls out, and they go to focus on the doubles with Kokkinakis because Kyrgios, he's a flog one day, and then I love him the next day. But did you watch that tennis match at the end of last year?
Horrible. Yes, I did.
What a debacle that was.
Where do you start on this? And the place I'm probably going to start is how she played, how her camp said it was a good idea, and then afterwards sat in front of the meter and couldn't work out why people thought it was a horrible idea. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to set women and women's rights back 100 years. We're going to go out and play on a fake court that makes us look like an idiot, and I'm going to get absolutely flogged.
Yeah, at a half-pace Kyrgios.
Yes.
So
he podcasts more than he plays tennis these days. Coming off injury, he ranks 600th or 700th. Doesn't play, and we're gonna go out there and we're gonna show how shit women are. It was the worst thing I think I've seen for a very long time in sport.
Yeah, I've defended Kyrgios in the past, but he's underarm serving, half cocking it. But then tried to sit there and go, oh no, she was powerful. There were shots I couldn't return, and no one was winning that one except for them two with the big fat cash they got paid to be in Abu Dhabi, I think it was, or Dubai, to play that match. It was just shocking because you had some people just wanted to see a full powered Kyrgios just remind everyone that it's 6-0, 6-0. Just they couldn't have won however that game went.
I didn't want to see any of it. I've done specialist coaching in the Big Bash with the Hobart team, done a lot with the Vic Spirit and that back in the day here in Melbourne. The women are awesome. Yeah, they're highly skilled, great at what they do. The WAFL, the women, some of them are elite, but they can't beat men in that game. There's some games where the genetics don't matter, but as a 6 kilo bloke built like a brick shithouse standing next to Meg Lanning, we're not the same, and that's never going to change, and that's just the way it is. So if me and Meg were going to play this at cricket, we would have extended the pitch so that it would have been double length that I would have had to bowl from. So by the time I got to her, it was on the 4th bounce or something. What are we doing here? How is this resemblance of what we're doing? Or, are we going to send Charlie Curnow out there on one of the women and he's just going to just trounce it? If we look at the Olympics as the be all and end all of elite sport, right? Look at the 100 meters. Can the women run as fast as the men? No. And the high jump, can they jump as high? No, it's just genetics. It's not having a go at women. So I don't know why we needed to highlight the game where they're trying to push for women's rights. They're trying to push for fair pay and all this sort of stuff. I don't know why.
But they have it in tennis. They have it in tennis in the Grand Slams.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying they've already got it, but they're highlighting it here, and then everyone's going to go, wow, you guys are shit, so why would we pay you? It's actually going to be such a negative on what they've already got where, with the cricket, the women are pushing for rights that the men don't have from a payment standpoint, where the tennis is one of the one sports in the world where they actually have it, and they've just shown a massive light on it showing that they sort of shouldn't. I don't know. It makes no sense.
The rank 670-something can beat your former number one with ease. Underarm, around the back, through the legs.
A half court. On a half court, that's he's got to play on this narrowed court, and
He was probably playing PlayStation with one hand, and
podcasting with the other.
Yeah.
And he was hitting the ball with his flute.
Yeah. It was shit. I hope they never do it again because it's just an unfair match. It was crap. It was terrible.
In the future,
and
if they have a sport where men and women can both do it and do it the same, that's great. That's great. But let's just stick to those sports where it's actually an even contest rather than highlighting women in a negative sense. And then the woman gets up there and she was so daft. Like she had no fucking idea that she just made herself look like an absolute dick. And she's going, how great was this? I'm going, what the fuck? I'm going, someone slap that bitch.
She's probably saying how great this is because she just got paid ridiculous amounts to have a hit with a mate. But speaking of, if I said the name to you, I'm right. I've got it written down here. Hajar Abdul Kader.
The name rings a bell. Why do I know that name?
This is an Egyptian tennis player. Have you seen the footage?
I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have.
Well, I'll give you.
Oh, you've got it
here.
Yes.
She's in, I think it was Kenya.
All right.
And she somehow received a wild card into the ITF. This is a legit pro match.
No, this is Eric the Eel.
I've literally wrote that down. We found out Eric the Eel of tennis, and she served 20 double faults like that one.
No, she's not playing in a professional event.
And she's, let's play it again. She lost 6-0, 6-0, surprisingly.
Wow.
20 double faults, and they're not sure how this Egyptian player has come on.
Do you know what? Do you know the first thing that pops into my head? Mo Salah. You're about to lose the title as the greatest Egyptian sportsman of all time. Look at this one.
But even like the wrong foot forward, you know, this is how Nick Kyrgios made that lady look like in their exhibition game.
I can't believe that's a thing. There we go. I look forward to taking the $1.01 on her, whoever she's playing against in my multi.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll ever be allowed back on a tennis court again. We never saw Eric back in the pool, but I was watching it, and I think it was in Kenya, and somehow, so she almost did it backwards.
That's it's definitely inclusive. We'll go with that.
I might just pick up a tennis racket and play the first round somewhere, pick myself up 20 grand for the kids.
Mate, why not? Why not at that point?
I wonder if she got paid. She would have had to have got paid. It was professional.
It's a professional event. It would have had to been. I've got no idea how that's come about. It must have been like the Indians that got caught the other week that had doctored up the 100,000 doctor certificates for Harvard and stuff. Some of them must have come out of the same place, and they somehow gave her all these medals and awards or something to get her in there. I've got no idea how she can be playing any sport looking at that.
Oh, it reminds me, going off sport, I don't know if you've ever seen it, where the news might have been in America or England, and the news, this guy went in for an IT job. He went in for an IT job.
Yeah.
And they read his name wrong, and they thought he was some politician, and they've chucked him live on to talk about the huge thing that was going on in the world. It's one of the best, and he's trying to bluff his way through, but he literally turned up for a job there, and that's
awesome. That's awesome.
Reminds me of. Hey, you're an NBA fan.
I am.
You are. The Trae Young trade scratches my head.
Mine too.
Like Trae Young, one of the better players in the league. He gets traded for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert, and that's it.
Yeah.
To the worst team in the last 10 years.
And it's funny. It's weird on both sides. I've watched mainly because of fantasy. I'm a fair Jalen Johnson supporter, and obviously they've got Dyson Daniels there. When Trey hasn't been there, they've actually been a better team. Now they've got Alexander, and that they're playing point guard with better defense that Trey didn't have. So I can understand why the Hawks wanted to move him on, but a 4-time All-Star that averages 28, 4, and 10 pretty much every year. How you can only get 2 expiring contracts for him? Not even a second rounder thrown in, like nothing. And then on the other side, Washington have come out and said that they're going to talk to him about extension, so they haven't already talked the extension, and that he likely won't play many games to finish the year. But then he's got a player option for next year. So technically he could go there, hardly play, and walk as well. So both the whole trade, everyone could just walk for nothing and hardly played. I don't understand what the fuck was going on. It's the biggest head scratcher I've seen in a trade in a long time.
Yeah, like Mikal Bridges was traded for like 4 first-round picks, and Desmond Bain was traded for 5 first-round picks, I think it was, or there was like 8 or 9 first-round picks between the two of them. And now I look at this one, I'm like, Trey Young, All-Star. Okay. Traded for a very an older CJ McCollum. Now, I know the Hawks are going to, now that they've salary dumped, they're going to waste it. They'll probably get Anthony Davis, a bloke that can never get on the park.
That's what they were talking about doing, actually. That's why they initially had done it, to free up the 20-odd million cap space or whatever it would be. It would put him in over aprons moving forward, but they were going to be able to have a crack at someone this year. And then old Mr. Glass, I don't know if you saw, he tore his thumb ligaments yesterday, so now he's out for another 2 months, Davis, so it won't be Davis.
No, that's just, yeah. Going back, I think they'll sit Trey Young out just so they can lose games and get a draft pick.
Well, they have to, yeah, because they've got their draft picks. But the biggest thing is, Wizards, like you said, have been very bad for 10 years. They still have good young talent. Like, there's still guys that, Bub Carringtons and of the world, yes, they haven't kicked on, but there's still been talented players that have been taken very high with lottery picks. I don't understand how Atlanta couldn't even just get a project player like that instead of a Corey Kispert, who's done not a great deal and not going to play. They couldn't even get a second rounder, a young player, anything thrown into that deal just to have a look at him on the bench and see what could be in the future. They were just happy to wash Trey Young completely and get, a backup point guard for the year.
It was a very head-scratching trade, and I can't wait to see how it all turns out. Now, before we wrap up and everything, NFL playoffs start as we're filming. When it gets closer to the Super Bowl, we'll dive deep into it. But short term, who have you got? Who's your team? Who's going to take it all out? And what's the goal?
Yeah, so I'm a Raiders fan, so we definitely won't be this year. I was pretty excited watching the college yesterday, looking that we could get a pretty elite QB potentially for next year, but we'll save that for another show. I'm going left field, and I think the Jacksonville Jaguars can win. And I
don't think that's left field at all. They're on a 9-game winning streak. Like they've been playing unbelievable. The Jaguars. I think there's only, in my opinion, only maybe 2 teams better in form. The Texans. I like the Texans because they're the best defensive team and on a 9-game winning streak. And they finished second in the AFC. But the Jags really definitely win it.
Yeah, so I see the Jags and the Texans really similar, where the Jags' defense has been great all year. Maybe not overall like the Texans has been, but they get to the QB. There's enough rush on the QB that puts them under pressure. So their defense has kept them in games. And, yeah, Trevor Lawrence is doing things that we thought he was going to do when he first came out, and it's taken 5 years to get to. But, yeah, he's been brilliant in these last sort of 10 games. The 10-game pace he's been on has been phenomenal. So I think they've got both sides of the ball, where I'm not a big Stroud guy with the Texans. I think he is their weak link going forward. But, yeah, I think the Jaguars, if they can get through this first round, I think they're playing Buffalo, I think from memory, being put on the spot. I think whoever wins that game has got a huge chance to go all the way, at least make it to the playoffs with the sort of direction they'll have through. So, yeah, Jacksonville's my... Well, we'll call it smoky, but, yeah, because they're not favourite. But, yeah, I think they're not the roughest.
Yeah, I mean, I think the the Patriots have put themselves in a weird position because they haven't lost away, so they don't want home finals because they're better playing away. I like the Seahawks in the NFC. They're just playing good ball at the moment. 7-game winning streak. They're 14-3 at the moment. I think they're either the best defensive or second.
Yeah, they've been elite.
Team.
Yeah, they've been elite. Yeah. The only thing that I see with them is their running games hit or miss. Kenneth Gainwell, is it Kenneth Gainwell? No, I'm thinking the wrong guy. I can't remember his name. Their running back, he has more negative plays than you've ever seen. Like he'll break off a 20-yarder and his next 3 runs will go backwards because he's trying to always cut it to the house. And then they've only got the one player with Jackson Smith and Jigba in the wide receiving room. They don't really have a lot of tight ends. I feel like a good defense like Houston, Jacksonville, someone like that to play them will be able to. You really only have to shut down one player. You know, if you blanket cover, triple cover, Jackson Smith and Jigba, there's no one else to beat. So it makes it really tough. But their defense has been elite all year. Number 1 against the run. They're real good chance to go all the way.
The only team I want to win is the Bears because my mate's son is the backup quarterback there, Tyson Bagent.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I think no one ever wants the Bears to win, though.
No, but my mate's that's my mate's son. So go the Bears. They got the Packers in a couple of hours, so
which is huge rivalry game. Huge rivalry game there too. Yeah. There'll be plenty in that game for sure. I hope it goes right down to the wire because they'll be fucking headless in the crowd.
And I hope Tyson gets on, throws a couple of touchdowns, and watch his dad celebrate. So
well, that's what you need. You just need Caleb Williams to go down with an injury and him to carry him through the playoffs and win and hold the trophy.
I've met Kyler Murray.
Have you?
Yeah.
He's
met him in an airport in Arizona.
He's a midget, isn't he?
Well, he wasn't what I pictured. Like when I thought he was going to be a monster, but I had a little laugh with him because he was keeping low key and just kind of want to keep to himself. So I went up to him and just went, mate, if you're going to try and be low key, don't have big Arizona Cardinals on the back of your jacket.
Well, he won't. He won't next year. That's going to be a Trey Young one as well. I don't think there's going to be a huge market for him, so it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up and what for. I actually think there's a really good chance he goes back to baseball.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a big call. I like that. I do like big calls. Now, that's what we may have to bring in future episodes, big calls and things like that. But we've been going 48 minutes, I reckon. That's just enough. I think that's enough teasing, everyone. Make sure you pull a Mark Price Pokemon card. But we've got a big weeks of sport coming up. We've got the State of Origin coming up next month. We've got the Winter Olympics coming up, Australia tour, India and the cricket. We've got the NBA and, of course, the NFL playoffs there. And let us know, everyone, what you want us to talk about. Who is a sporting flog that you need us to rip through? Is it Nick Kyrgios and wins tennis back 20 years? It was Usman Khawaja. Again, we were happy getting stuck into him, but let us know in the comments. Jade, final word, mate. Who's been your biggest flog in the first 11 days of 2026?
Usman.
You change his name to a woman.
I think if you ask me the same thing in about 3 years, it'll still be him, even though he won't be out there. So,
there it is. He's Jade Herrick. I'm Jake Ward, and we will see you next time.